Have you ever guys caught yourself acting like someone you are not? Not necessarily in a fake way, just in a quiet survival type of way. Like you walk into a room and you have to adjust your voice or your laugh or make your confidence kind of fit the vibe that's going on because deep down you feel like the real you wouldn't fit in or be enough in that current moment. And after a while, you start to wonder if people even know what the real you even is, or if they only know the version of you that you built to quote unquote survive. Oftentimes, we wear masks, not because we want to lie, not because it necessarily makes us feel good, but more because we learned very early on in life that being ourselves wasn't always the safe option. Maybe you grew up feeling judged for being sensitive, so you started acting tougher. Or people made fun of your dreams, so you stopped sharing them to the world. Or even someone made you feel small, so now you pretend you don't care about anything. Try to be nonchalant when deep down it really bothers you and you care about everything. And we build these versions of ourselves to fit in, to be liked, and to avoid rejection. But the more we play with those roles, the more disconnected we really feel from who we truly are. And the weird part is you can lose yourself without even fully realizing it. Obviously, pretending takes a lot of energy. It can drain you to constantly monitor how you act and feel, how you speak, or how much of you truly show. And if you start living for approval instead of peace, you're going to start to chase validation instead of the truth. And when you're alone, it's going to hit you that you don't even know which version of you is real anymore. The one who smiles in public or the one who's tired when the door is closed. And it's a quiet kind of exhaustion, the kind that comes from sort of hiding in plain sight, you could say. And the truth is, we hide because we're scared. We're scared of rejection. We're scared of being misunderstood. All those things I said earlier. And we kind of forget that the people meant for you can't love you if they don't even know you. And on top of that, you don't even know you. They can't find you under all those layers that you keep creating. And the longer you hide, the lonelier it will feel, even when you're surrounded by people, because connection doesn't necessarily come from being liked. It's more about being seen and how you present yourself. And there's a huge cost to wearing the mask. When you pretend for long enough, you sort of start to lose track of what you actually want, lose track of reality. And you pick careers, friends, relationships based on who you think should be, not who you truly are, if that makes sense. And yeah, it'll work for a little bit until it doesn't, because one day you'll wake up and you'll realize that you built a life that isn't even truly yours. You've been chasing approval for so damn long that you forgot what authenticity really feels like. And maybe that's why so many people feel so empty, because they're living a version of their life that was never really meant for them. But here's the thing, the truth that no one truly tells you about. Yeah, being yourself is risky. Okay, we all know that. But it's one of the only ways you can truly be free. You're not supposed to be liked by it. Like, not everybody's going to like you. And you're just supposed to be you. The right people will find you, the ones who love your quirks and your flaws and your true realness, your authenticity. There's that word again. And when you start showing up as your real self, your life will become lighter because you're not living this big lie. You start breathing again. You stop filtering everything and every single thought before you speak because you're too worried about how others will perceive it. And you stop sort of shrinking yourself to fit spaces that were never really meant for you to begin with. Because when you are real, your life becomes real. The peace, the love, the friendships, they will all finally make sense and click. And by all means, I know it's not easy letting go of the version of you that helped you survive, that version that showed up when no one else did and protected you in a way. It was definitely the safer option. It kept you safe, made sure you weren't going to get hurt again. So you don't have to hate that part of you. I mean, you can thank it. It did its job. But now it's time to grow past it, because you can't just survive. You have to live. Because the real you, the one you've been hiding away, deserves to exist without apology, without fear of missing out. And you don't have to be who the world wants you to be. You don't have to pretend to be fine, to be tough, to be perfect even. The people who are meant for you will love you for exactly who you are, not the version you created to survive. Take off the mask. It's time to meet yourself again. And trust me, the real you is worth knowing. And the truth is, the real you has always been enough. You just stopped believing it. And maybe it's time to start believing again, because you can't spend your whole life pretending. You can't keep living for acceptance while your soul is begging for authenticity. So take that first small step. Speak up a little louder. Stand a little taller. Show the parts of you that you've been hiding. The world doesn't need another perfect image. It needs people who are real, people who feel, people who break, people who heal, who keep going no matter what. And if no one told you this in a while, you're allowed to be yourself. You're allowed to outgrow the version of you that was only built to survive. You're allowed to start over. Because when you finally show the world who you really are, that's when your life truly begins. Thank you, everyone. I see every single one of your guys' feedback, support. I am very appreciative of every single one of you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, day, whatever time it is. as always, stay Roly.